Hello everybody, my name is Luigi Pangaro. I'm a photographer, graphic designer, and today I'm going to be streaming a little bit of Deus Ex, the original. And I bought this on Steam for $7. And the first thing I want to mention is just look at the design of this. Now, Deus Ex has a few... Its graphics has certainly aged. I mean, look at this. This is quite blocky. This is from the Unreal Engine. And I actually used this same engine for Unreal Tournament and Deus Ex a long time ago. But what I still excels at is the design. I mean, look at this. It still looks Chinese, but it also looks futuristic. We've got a lot of, what we say in Japanese language, kanji here. Here's the lucky money. Nice cyberpunk looking feel to it. And we go to the shops.
I'm just looking.
We've got, so you see, it's very stylized, even this Chinese temple. So this game did come out in the year 2000, and it shows the textures are a little bit blurry, but the lighting is still quite impressive. It's a little bit boxy, and it doesn't have much clutter as, say, Skyrim or Mankind Divided, the newest Deus Ex game. But I still think it's got legitimately great graphics. So I'm just going to go back to the markets here. See, I'm pressing the escape key, yet I can't do it. I'm trying to access the menu. I can't really see. Yeah, it's a bitch. And the only way I can access the start menu is if I cheat. Go show main menu, and I can exit the menu. Of course this is purple because my favorite color is purple. I wonder if I can go to settings, keyboard and mouse, restore defaults, and let's see. Yeah, so that worked. That certainly worked. Now I can access my notes. Lucky Money Club is the mall beneath the market. Yep, over here. So that is a shame, the slight control issues, but when you get it working, you get it working, and it's just a wonderful thing. Okay, let's see. Look for clues for finding Treasure Tong compound that Paul used to visit to the east of the Wanshan Market. Let's see my skills. I got skill points 2,200 something. I want to update my computer because I want to update the settings. I'm going to need 22250. That way I can hack things. I won't be stressed out when time whittles away to nothing.
Fine, I go somewhere else.
And this is Louis Pan, the bane of every Deus Ex player back in the game. And unlike modern games, you can shut that brat once and for all, but I'm not going to do that because Fallout 3 has taught me not to do that. Newsstand vendor. Let's talk to her, and I want you to pay attention of how the actor who portrays J.C. Denton delivers his lines.
News of Triad Wars. Red Arrow versus Luminous Path.
What do you think of Luminous Path Triad?
What do you think of the Luminous Path Triad?
Cowards, soon to be gone. They have to steal weapons because they have lost the traditional arts.
What kind of weapons?
They murdered the Red Arrow leader to get the sword he invented.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So as you can tell, the actor who portrays J.C. Denton is a little bit monotone. And usually I have, in video games, especially in Mass Effect 2, at least male shepherd, not female shepherd, definitely not female shepherd. Male shepherd was very monotone. But in this game, it doesn't really that bother me, the monotone sounding that J.C. Denton has. I think I can live with it. Of course, I played this a long time ago. I played the demo of this. It was a demo that took place on Liberty Island. And it was just fun. Me and my brother just trying out different ways to play the game. You know, griefing the NPCs, that sort of thing. And of course, this is based on the real Wan Chai district in Hong Kong. The developers actually had blueprints of the area. They had gotten them and the base locations from those blueprints to make in the game. They did this with Hell's Kitchen in New York City, Vandenberg. I doubt it they did it for the Area 51 levels, since that's a no-fly zone. But they put a lot of thought and effort to it. So it's a legitimate, real place. Wan Chai. Tenochi Road is real, but it's a little bit further out from the actual Wan Chai markets. Wan Chai market is real. I believe the canal, well, we'll get to that. It's based on Ghost in a Shell. So Wan Chai market is a legitimate, real place. This level, Honkai Wan Chai, has its soundtrack. Its theme song is called The Synapse and is among one of the most famous music songs in video game history, up there with Zelda and Final Fantasy. And for copyright reasons I can't play, but I'm sure if a YouTube search you can do it. And of course it's been played by orchestras. Okay, these two, I was about to say lesbians, they are lesbians, but...
Hey man, where you from?
The States.
We're from Australia.
On vacation?
Let's just wait for Russ.
Let me say, being an Australian, the orange-haired girl has the most realistic accent, and the other one has sort of have a stereotypical accent. Usually I say yes to them because I think they're involved in another quest, and I believe so. Sure.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to dance then? Let's go.
You're so bad.
Okay, that line was a bit shitty, but and of course I can throw stuff, I can interact with objects, everything's cool. Alright, so once again, beautiful lighting, really good. Yeah, you can actually buy an escort. They will just follow you around the club, they won't go outside for you. Where can I find Max Chen?
Where can I find Max Chen?
Check out the bar, kid. Hello.
Alright.
Thanks for getting me in.
I've never
All
seen
right.
so many troopers. They must be close to a breakthrough.
So this is the Chinese bouncer. He's not Chinese, but you actually get to spend quite a philosophical debate with him, with was effectively is a barman. Anyway,
14 karat gold actually, not my style.
let's see if we can talk to him without getting into trouble.
Can I ask you something?
What do you want to know?
Despite all I've read about the triads, I wasn't prepared to see them operating in the
So-
open, on the streets and wearing uniforms. Doesn't the Chinese government care?
The Chinese leave Hong Kong alone. They barricade the roads to control trade to the mainland, but they know how business is done.
I would think the secret smuggling operations of the triads would disturb the Chinese government.
Maybe the luminous path, but China knows that the red arrow of business owners, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and that they protect the city from outside influences.
Yeah, I'm not really impressed with this resolution because I want more. I want to see more. I want to zoom in, but it's kind of, I don't know what's the word. I just found it, this inclusion of this character, this barman who you can have a philosophical debate with, it's just kind of strange. But it just, this is Deus Ex and it just works to the game's advantage. Picks. One thing about this game is that unlike modern games, you can't sell everything like in a Fallout or Skyrim or a Mass Effect. So if I want to buy lockpicks, I can only do it at certain vendors who sell lockpicks. I can't go to everyone, or if I find it within the world. And also the stealth system is a little bit strange. You don't have the Soliton radar system of Metal Gear Solid, right? There's no radar, you can't tell where the enemies are. You gotta be like within, you gotta keep to the shadows, right? Alright. Now then. Mysterious illnesses at area clinics. cannot cause a great death, but seasonal outbreak of influenza. Dr. Chan has said, can say these cases exhibit not symptoms of so-called great death, but they are less reported in America and Europe. So this setting, this Deus Ex world, this cyberpunk world is called a crapsack world in which everything is horrible. And this newspaper says that people are dying from influenza, from the flu. Not just the grey death, which is at least 1/3 of the plot of this game. And there are other references. There are terrorism, half of California has sunk into the sea, plagues are rampant. So this is a very, very depressing world indeed. Get a medkit. Oh, that's handy. Okay, I remember this. See, the Luminous Path and the Trads are going to kill each other in this random event that you can miss if you don't pay attention. And you notice they're using traditional swords instead of the glowing green swords at this time. I've got a sword actually. This is a little bit too early, but let's hack this for some money. Sweet, sweet credits. And PageNet, if you notice. Page, of course, is a reference to the big bad of this game, Bob Page of Page Industries of Majestic 12. Very strange. A couple of things I want to say. First of all, this canal over here, as you can see, is based on the anime film Ghost in the Shell. Not the series standalone complex, but the original anime film Ghost in the Shell. And we can show it off later.
For tourists to visit the canals at night.
There's also a secret here. We can talk to a fisherman. So yeah, you can tell that it's inspired by Ghost in the Shell. Just this random you can see the Chinese signs and the water. All very interesting stuff. And this is one of the reasons why I picked the swimming augmentation. Is we can do this well. Another med kit. And here is Boatman.
Much activity down here.
Activity? What kind of activity?
Anything. The canal's dead.
They've added a distraction for nighttime. Nevertheless, there's traffic, even when you don't see it.
You mean heroin?
Illegal products, of course, but you find everything in the canal. Things that have been lost. Things people want to forget. Last month, he was the leader of the Red Arrow. He was floating near my house.
You saw the body?
My name is in the paper. I saw the cut across his neck. They are right. It was colorized.
It was what?
Colorized. The scientific terminology. Someone cut him, but it was a weapon that cannot be explained with the current technology.
So I hope you paid attention. He found a dead body. He found a dead body floating in the river.
What else do you find? Do you sell it?
Are you? Are you a tourist?
Just curious. I hear the triads control all of the smuggling in Hong Kong.
Yes, the triads do it. I am the simple merchant. I receive only fruits and the vegetables.
By sampan? But you said...
Yes, fresh. From my grocery store in the market.
Right. I will have to stop by and take a look sometime.
You notice with that exchange that when JC Denton is meant to be interrupted, it's like a second too late. It's not mixed well, sound mixing, you know, to mix it, make it sound like when you're interrupting someone, it actually sounds like interruption. With this, because they, you know, didn't pay attention to that kind of stuff until the later games, you have people like almost waiting to be interrupted. He's cooking some meat on a burning barrel. Visual storytelling, folks. And let's just spin this just for good measure. Okay, so let's go back to Tenoshi Road. And I do like the design of this place. It's sort of like a canyon. You can see the Chinese stuff and the lights. Very good design. Look at that, lovely. And of course the sky's a little bit screwy. I tried to download the mod to update the textures and the models and that sort of thing, revision, but it doesn't work. This is a schoolgirl and she has a tie. I thought that was strange.
From the market. That's where I want to go.
And I've never ever forgotten that line. So Tenoshi Road is based on real life Tenoshi Road, but it's spelled with an Y instead of an I. So that changed. No firearms. Bullshit.
Take a look around.
So this is Maggie Chow. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but from across the street will be Jock's apartment. That little platform there, it's got a sniper rifle. Anyway, Maggie Chow is of course based...
Mother Chow, Mr. J.C. Denton.
In the flesh. As dark and serious as his brother.
Take a look around.
Yes, thank you. So Maggie Chow is based on several people. I really like her dress, for example. Very beautiful. I think she's based on Margaret Cho, Asian American actress, comedian, and she's also Michelle Yeoh. You're probably not. She's based on numerous Chinese. Are you kidding me? I don't have.
I will accompany you.
Okay, at least she's unconscious. Let's put the body on the bed. There you go, sweetheart. Alright, a daddy pad. Mason read my 2 favorite books, Tayfun, as I have. I can't. But before we do any of that, we're gonna take care. Oh, MJ Troop. So she is a liar. Actually, I'm gonna get the stealth pistol, and let's see. Let's crash behind her, aim for her head, and the reticle should shrink, I think. There it goes. So it's a weird way. You gotta wait for the reticle to shrink before you get an accurate shot. Still unconscious. The thing about unconscious and dead people is that you can't really tell. She's not breathing, so by all purposes she's dead, but the game treats them as unconscious. And people and NPCs like your brother Paul Denton actually chew you out if you decide to kill a bunch of people. But aside from that and blood pooling where the dead body is, you can't tell the difference. Another data pad. Okay, so when you got the book and if you right click on a book, it opens up to a specific page, and people have theorized that this is because that J.C. Denton is a very philosophical person and he only goes to bits that interest him. So that's why you can't read the whole book like you can in an Elder Scrolls, Oblivion or Skyrim or something like that. Only certain chapters that JC is interested in. There it is, paper lantern. Found it. Shit. January, February, March, April, June, July. 6/18. Yep, July 18th. Let's see if we can shut down the doors and the open weapon case. Oh, that's right. I already did. I already closed the boxes. Security keypad.
Good. Now take the sword to Max Chin at the Lucky Money Club. If you can make peace among the triads, then perhaps I can help you in your difficulties.
There you go. Dragon Tooth sword. Now the Dragon Tooth sword is the best one in the game.
Where do I find this dragon head?
Max Chen is his name. The Red Arrow headquarters is at the Lucky Money Club in the mall area beneath the market. Come back and tell me what he says. We can begin to negotiate a truce.
I did it. I did it.
Did anybody see?
Yeah, I think so.
It doesn't matter. We got her payment, plus interest. Get back and see if she runs something.
Okay.
I just so much, Lewis Pan. I really, really do hate you.
Let me know how Chen responds.
Alright, fair enough. Off to the Lucky Money. But before that, once again, escape is not working, so I have to resort to cheats. Show main menu, and let's save it in the market. I don't think we'll be able to see Tracer Tong at this time. All you really need to know about Tracer Tong is that he's a hacking genius, and he uses Tracer T, which is an in-joke to IT professionals. Anyway, so that concludes this video. I hope you find what I had to say about the various details of Deus Ex, the original game, very interesting. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. It's caused me a lot of strife in the past, but now, like 16, 15, maybe 15 years later after I originally first played it, it's actually a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play it again. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.